Okay. So I've got this new contraption. We'll see. It's basically a camera that goes around my neck. So if it's too shaky, let me know. But we're gonna try it. I thought it would be a better vantage point, like a better view. I can't really read the comments, but I have my computer on here, so maybe I can kind of read them here. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna do an A-line graduation bob haircut. Usually I would use a smaller shear, but I don't have my tools at home, so that's the shear I have, so that's what I'm using. Okay. So I'm gonna start by sectioning with the natural part, just going by where the hair naturally falls there on the side, and then down the middle in the back. So we're doing 4 sections. And I want to make sure this is right down the middle, because this haircut is very much based on symmetry and being symmetrical. So let's see. So here's her, the middle right here. I'm going to draw the comb straight down to my finger. A little bit more off center. Let's see. All right, nice down the middle. So we're doing A-line for graduation. This haircut's not very highly requested anymore, but I think it's a really good foundation haircut. So I'm gonna start by sectioning this back. So if you look at this head shape, where the shape of the head curves, I want to start my first section right around where that comb starts coming off of the head. Yeah. Okay, there's one on the counter. You want to go grab it? That's my boy. Okay, so we're gonna... No, it's right there on the counter. Okay. And that's my little pony in the background, if you didn't know. Okay, so now. Hunter, no. Hey. Yeah, I know. Go get there's an apple juice on the counter if you want to go grab it, honey. Okay. All right. If you comment, I can kind of see it. I have my computer right here, so I can, kind of glance over there. But again, I'm starting my section right down here right where the occipital goes down by the nape of the neck. Okay, it's on the counter, sweetheart. So I'm going straight down the middle. I want to maintain symmetry throughout this entire cut because that's going to be important. I don't want to cross this hair over to the other side because I want to maintain balance. And I'm creating A partings, and the reason I have an A-shaped parting is because those parting it like that is going to help to distribute the weight towards the face. Okay, so starting out right here, we're just going to make a small section, and I want to use kind of my jawline as a reference point, so I kind of want this haircut to kind of come down and shape nicely around the jaw. So I'm looking at, this is about my angle, kind of like this, so that it comes down right at a nice 45. Okay, so I've got my A shape, and I want to make sure that my fingers are reflecting my angle. So I'm not going to be, I want my fingers this way to look exactly the same shape as this way. So I'm not going to be using my fingers like this or this. I want to reflect exactly that same angle. Now, my fingers should reflect this angle, but as far as where I'm tilting, I can tilt them back and forth depending on how much of a graduation I want to see. So I'm going to bring this about like that. I'm tilting it just a little bit. You want to have a little bit of a V. Sorry if my camera is kind of weird. A V shape right here. And we're just going to take this right here. I'm not too worried about the hairline just yet. I want to get my graduation in there first. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next section and use that previous section as my guide. So it's a traveling guide, which means I'm not bringing all the hair back to the same section. I'm just using half of my previous section. And it's going to travel around the head shape. So again, I'm pulling it out. My fingers are reflecting that angle. Get that in. I'll make sure I can clearly see my guide in view. See my guide right here. And I'm just going to use that previous cut section as my guide. And a guide is going to tell you where to go. It's going to help to show you what shape you're going to make here. So you always want to have a guide. Okay, and so I'm just taking my previous cut section, using that as my guide. And then again, angling it so I have a slight V shape there. And we're just over directing it back to the previous section. I don't want to go past my second knuckle because I want to maintain the same amount of tension once I get into this area. This is not the same tension as up here. Okay, and this last section, we can just pull this whole thing going back. And I got my guide in view right there. Okay, you can kind of see, I haven't cut the hairline off, but you can start to see that graduation. Oops, this is hard because the camera's like in my mouth. You can start to see this graduation starting to take place. Okay, and we will go in and take a lot of this hairline out, so don't let it discourage you at this point. Okay, so now I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. So I'm taking same sections. This time my fingers are going to be pointing down because I still want to reflect that angle, the shape of that angle with my fingers. So keeping that center part, get this a little more wet, and I'm going to have nice clean sections and working organized. So we're doing that A parting again because that A parting will push the hair towards the face. We're coming out, and I'm going to it's going to take a little bit of my guide from that previous section just so I know where I'm starting from. So I have a little bit of a guide up here on the top of my fingers so that I can see where I'm going. Okay, so my fingers are going to reflect, again, this part right here is going to be the same shape of my fingers, but I'm going to angle my fingers down just slightly so I have a little bit of a V shape there. Working my way up the fingers. And taking that section. I don't want my section to be any wider than the width of my comb, otherwise I'll be over directing. So I'm going in. Got my guide and my view right there. And working my way up. I'm not even a hairstylist and I'm enthralled. It's kind kind of like fun to watch. Right? I mean, I don't know about fun, but interesting, I think. Okay, so then we got our section here. Again, we're just taking our previous cut section as our guide. We're gonna pull this out. Got our guide in view. You can see, oops, let me move this over a little bit. You can see right there in my fingers where it gets a little bit darker is gonna be my guide. I'm just using my thumb to move the cutting blade. I'm not coming at it with my whole hand and just following around. And I just kind of want this line to just kind of curve down so it's a nice following her jawline here. So move this out of the way. Then my last section here. And I'm in case I have to go quickly, I'm doing this until the baby wakes up. So once my daughter wakes up, I gotta go get her. Okay, see my guide right there?
Mommy?
Yeah?
Because there's no apple juice in the fridge.
The apple juice is on the counter, honey, I told you. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of check to make sure we're about even on either side. Right on the counter, on the kitchen counter, honey. So now I'm kind of looking here to make sure we have like a little bit of balance. I'm gonna come in and oops, you can't see that, sorry. We're having like a nice balanced shape. I don't know if you can see that weight line right here. I will come in after I finish cutting the back and take this hairline out so it's more uniform and looks a little cleaner. Okay, so now my next section, I'm just going to move up the head shape. Did you find it? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm looking at, again, where this head shape is curving. So I want my section to start where I left off and then go to where my comb comes off the head shape here. So it's about 2 inches up.
I can do this all by myself.
Oh, good. Section, oops. This out of the way, and we want to maintain really nice, clean sections. And work in a nice, organized manner. So same thing on the other side. This is kind of a weird doll head stand, so. I'm going. Okay. Again, we're going to maintain that center part. Let's see. Damn, girl, who has 5 hours for a haircut? You'll be broke, girl. What? Who wants to do 5 hours for a haircut? Not me. So in the salon, I'm not explaining my haircuts and showing people. So I usually take about 15, 20 minutes for a haircut. So you can, so for this, I'm going to pull this out and I can see where my previously cut section ended right here. And I'm just following that same shape. I'm working my way around the head shape here. Now I feel like I have to go fast because one person made a comment. Okay, and I'm over directing this to the previous cut section but straight back. So I'm not, over directing it too far towards the center, just to that previous cut section. Hunter, no. Hey, out of here. And you can start to see, you can just take this whole section straight back here. I only want to take enough hair in my hand that I can easily control. Okay. So we're starting to see that buildup of weight, right? right around, going down towards the jawline. And then we're going to work our way on the other side. The same thing. And now our fingers are going to be pointing down because we want to reflect that section with our fingers. So I'm, again, taking and just seeing where my previous section was cut. Just going up my fingers. Just making sure that we're even right here. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then just working my way up the head shape. I'm still working at a 45-degree angle because I want to maintain like a weight line right there to kind of create that graduation. Okay. Take this entire section back.
What are you guys doing here? We don't care what any pony says. Yeah, we just want to stay friends.
Again, these scissors are a little bit bigger than what I normally use. These are maybe size 6 or something. So now I'm just, again, checking for balance there on either side. Looks like we're looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to continue on to this top section here. And this section I'm going to take more of a vertical parting rather than doing that like triangle there. Whoops, this headstand is not that great, so I apologize. So we're going to and now we're going to, instead of bringing it too far down that 45 degrees, we're going to bring it more straight out from the head, which is still kind of, I mean, 90 degrees would be here, so it's still kind of elevated to 45. Let's see. Okay. So again, we want to still maintain that center part here. And it's working sections around this head shape. I want to make sure I can comb that whole section in my hand, and then I'm going to bring it out. I can see in my finger here where my previous cut section ended. Let me get to the side a little more. Actually, let me go this way so that you can see it a little easier. So I'm taking, she keeps moving. Hang on, let me tighten her up. That's the problem with these doll head stands. They like move ever so slightly, and it's hard to get, even though people move, I guess, too. Okay, so now we're taking this straight out from that head shape. Just going down. Okay, now moving along. I'm almost standing kind of to the side just to make sure I can bring it straight back towards the wall. And using that previous cut section as my guide and just working organized from one side to another. I'm just over-directing to that previous section. Straight back. See how that falls. Looks pretty good so far, so Now I'm just gonna go to the other side. So I'll check and see. Do you do these on same time weekly or just by request? I just kind of do them whenever I have time. But I am gonna start doing, I believe, a color class. I think color, there's so much to color, and so I'm kind of working with another TikToker, and we're kind of coming up with a way to do like a weekly color class at the same time every week, which I think would be like really, beneficial for a lot of people. I know it would be for me when I was in school. So I'm doing it the same way. I'm still going to have my fingers up because I want the hair to fall into my hand the same way while I continue on the other side. Again, using this previously cut section. I don't want sections too wide because I don't want a lot of over direction. I mean, I guess people would rather see hair cutting. I could do, a hair cutting thing every week. But I think color is like, there's so much information, and I don't want to try to do it all in one live because that's just would be way too much. That I think breaking it up and just starting with like kind of the basics, what kind of hair colors are available, and then doing, a lot of color theory and that stuff is so important. If you don't know color theory, it's gonna, you're gonna have a hard time doing hair or doing color on anyone. You gotta understand how color works and how to mix color to get neutral colors and all that. So we go through all that stuff. But I like doing haircuts, and I can usually do a haircut pretty quick. And if someone wants to come to my house and get their hair cut, I'm like, will you be on my TikTok live? And they're like, no. And I'm like, please. And they're like, fine. And then that's fun. And then they don't have to, I'm like, they're like, I have to wear a wig? Is like the question I always get. No, you don't have to wear a wig. You just have to sit there. You don't even have to talk. Leave the wigs to me. Okay, so coming along this last section right here. Okay. And I'm just kind of looking at that shape. Looks like it's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in. Just kind of checking for my balance here. Looking like it's balanced on both sides. And I'm gonna go in and cut that perimeter. Let's see, what do we want it to look like here? I'm just gonna go in, just kind of take this out here. Just using the tip of my shear. What is this piece? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna kind of raise this up and then so she can put her head sitting up a little more because I want to make sure I get it how she's going to be. Whoa, sorry if I'm like making people sick. How she's actually going to be holding her head. Okay. Okay, can't see this. Let's see. That was a little high. This doll headstand is weird. Okay, there. Ugh. Okay. My son is watching videos because he's going to go to Disneyland tonight. Let me wet this down. think there's a piece right here. It's a little bit, yep, there it is. I just noticed there's a piece right in here. Feels a little long to me. Where is it? Right here. Okay. Let's see. I will.
Mommy, turn it off.
Huh?
Turn it off.
Turn what off?
This off.
Okay. Well, where's the remote, honey? All right. And I can kind of refine that a little bit more once I blow dry it. Kind of thinking I should take these layers up a little. I think I'm going to take the weight line up just slightly. It's a little bit lower than I wanted it, so I'm going to just kind of take that top section real quick and just take that up a little bit more. Let's see. I'm actually going to put my fingers in a different position and I'm just kind of, oh, stupid dot. Yeah, we're just going to take this little corner off so it's not so much weight right there.
Hey.
And I'm working uphill now just so that the hair falls into the scissor, going straight back. I don't know if you can see this. I'm just taking out that little corner and right on top there, just so it falls a little bit lighter, and I don't want it to be so heavy in that weight. So I can take this whole section here. Just kind of refining it a little bit, just so it's... Again, these scissors are not probably the best for this haircut, but this is what I have to work with, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm using. Okay. Again, you can see my guide there. This is just gonna help lighten it up a little bit so there's not such a heavy weight line. Make sure I get my guide in view here. Sorry if the camera angle is not great. I got this brand new thing that's like sitting around my neck, and it's like kind of in my point of view, or my view, or my eye line here, so it's hard to kind of see exactly what I'm doing. But we're making it work.
You can't be fire.
Okay, so that kind of brought it, just kind of changed the shape slightly brought that back up. Okay. Now I'm gonna go through and cut the front. Whoa, sorry. Let's see. Turn this so I can see if anybody's. So in this front, I'm gonna start. Let's see. Kind of just looking at this angle. Ooh, look at how nice her curls are. Man, I should have done a different haircut. These are drying nice. It's like a perfect little, oh well. Okay, so I'm tilting your head so I create more of a flat surface so I'm not competing with the shoulder area right here. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna do sections that are kind of angling toward her face shape here. And I'm just reflecting that same angle that I just cut in the back there and just extending it forward. So we're gonna kind of over direct it slightly at like about 45 degrees, let's see. And I'm just following the same angle I cut before. And then and this is more, I'm not using like a traveling guide, I'm just kind of bringing all of this down to the same point. It's more of a one length. Okay.
On Real Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol?
Yeah, a Real Paw Patrol.
Real Paw Patrol. What's Real Paw Patrol? Like not the cartoon? I don't know if there's a real one.
Yes, it has.
Okay. Hunter, don't do that, honey.
Because I want to see the hero.
Okay. Oh, it's Saved by the Bell. You don't want to watch Saved by the Bell? Zach, Screech, and the rest of the gang? Let's see where we're at here.
Oh!
Hey, Jesse, you want to be my partner for the dance contest? Gee, Tammy, I'd love to.
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't need a dance contest. Why don't we just skip the contest and kiss all night? Skip the date and start with a good night kiss. Now, Danny has good ideas.
Mommy, Mom,
Yeah.
turn me on Real Paw Patrol.
I don't know what Real Paw Patrol is, honey. Is that something you saw on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is
Yeah, there's
taking this
another Paw Patrol is
shape.
real.
You see that? Now that shape is coming along.
It's
then we're gonna go to the other
Real
side.
Paw Patrol.
Okay.
I like Real Paw Patrol.
I don't know what that is, honey.
Real Paw Patrol is Real Paw Patrol.
Bring me the remote.
It's like here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
At school, I have those before.
You do?
Yeah.
Water bottles? A Flairosol bottle?
Yeah.
You haven't met at your school? How come?
Because you put some water in there and you spray at the fire.
At the fire. Oh. My son learned about firefighters. Did you have to go potty, honey?
No.
Go potty first. No, we're going to try. You don't have to go. You just have to try. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so again, we're just doing the same thing we did on the other side. Just following this line for, let's see, this is going to be too long. Let me take this off a little bit here. Make sure that I'm got the same shape. If you guys are asking questions, sorry if I can't really see what I'm doing. I can't see. Okay, so we're just, again, vertical or angling sections towards the face here. And we're just following the same shape that we had created previously. This is my first time, or I guess my second. I did a haircut this morning, but I'm second time using this camera, so I'll look over my videos later and see if it.
Are we gonna play dead sand?
You want to play with kinetic sand?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're going to get ready to go to Disneyland, honey. Daddy's got a call right now, and then he's going to take you over to Disneyland. So let's not get all the sand out right now. That's why we're just having fun watching movies for a little bit.
I watched the Leo Paw Patrol and the 10 Paw Patrol.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second, guys. What is the real Paw Patrol? I don't know what that is, honey. Sorry, just intermission. I gotta. Paw Patrol. Let's see. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Ooh, what about PJ Masks?
What's PJ Masks?
You don't know what PJ? That's a show you like.
No, I don't like.
You don't like it anymore. Okay. Okay. I don't think Paw Patrol's on here, sweetheart. You want to watch PJ Masks? Ooh, Dino Trucks. Okay, we'll do Dino Trucks. That's a good one. You like this one, I think. Cool.
No,
all right, sorry about that, guys.
That's not good for me. It had this with Dino Truck bad guys in there.
All right. Just continuing. Same thing. We're just bringing it all down to the same point right here. Hopefully you can see this. I'm sorry if it's like right off the screen. I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm like experimenting with different cameras and setups and tripods and stuff so that you get like the best angle. Like I really want it to be that you are like right there able to see exactly what I'm doing, because sometimes it's hard to shoot these things when they're like over my shoulder. Then my big old head's in the way. This side. Okay, so this one. This is a little long here in the front. There's a lot more hair on this side, so I'm gonna kind of take this down and just kind of cut this corner off, because she doesn't want to have like really, really long. I mean, I don't know what she wants. She's a mute, so I want it to, be even with the other side. So I'm gonna take it off this front corner right here. It came out long because it was more hair being over directed back. We're gonna go more straight down right here and just kind of taking this corner off. You kind of tuck it under there so I can kind of see how it's gonna dry. Okay, so.
I just popped out
So we're seeing,
one of my teeth.
I got a little bit. Actually, you got what?
One of my teeth.
What?
You just popped out one of my teeth.
You popped out your teeth? Well,
Yeah.
that's not good. Okay. So there's that kind of graduated shape. You can kind of see how that's taking place real nice right there. And then if you wanted to layer this haircut, I mean, I usually, some people are like, oh, should I do some face frame in the front? No. Like this haircut, you need to have this length. Are you okay, honey? Are you okay? What happened? You got it? What? Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. I gotta go. Sorry, guys. What happened?